Hello students, it's good to see you all once again. Welcome to Atoms and Molecules. In previous class you have learned the postulates of modern atomic theory, relative atomic mass, average atomic mass, molecule and its classification, relative molecular mass, and finally mole concept. Okay, so let's begin with the new concept. Here they have given two balloons. Okay, so if you blow air inside the balloon, then the size of the balloon will be increases and the number of particles present in the gas also increases. Suppose if you release air inside the balloon, then the size will be decreases and the number of gas particles also decreases. From this we conclude that if volume increases, number of molecules also increases. Suppose volume decreases, number of molecules also decreases. This is said to be Avogadro's hypothesis. It was framed in 1811. From this they give relationship between volume and number of molecules. So the definition for Avogadro law is equal volumes of all gases under similar condition of temperature and pressure contain equal number of molecules. At constant temperature and pressure, number of molecule is equal to volume of a gas. Okay, so volume is directly proportional to number of molecules. Like that, volume increases and number of molecules increases and vice versa. So in order to remove proportionality, we have to insert proportionality constant, which is k. Volume is equal to proportionality constant k into number of molecules. Here you have three different balloons. The gas filled with the balloon filled with nitrogen, oxygen and methane. So the quantity is 1 liter and the temperature is 0 degree Celsius and 1 atmospheric pressure. Here there is a constant temperature 0 degree Celsius and constant pressure, which is 1 atmospheric pressure, and all these three balloon contains 1 liter. So 1 liter of nitrogen contains same molecule. Okay, the contain the number of molecule same as that of oxygen and methane. So 1 liter of these three gas gas which is equal to the same number of molecules, because these are all under same temperature and constant pressure. Okay, when at constant temperature and pressure, the number of molecules which is equal to volume of a gas, like given here. Okay, 1 liter of nitrogen contains same number of molecule which contains in the 1 liter of oxygen and 1 liter of methane. For an example, when hydrogen reacts with chlorine, which gives two molecules of hydrogen chloride. If you take hydrogen one volume and chlorine as one volume, you will get the two volume of hydrogen chloride. Now you consider in the terms of one molecule. So one molecule of hydrogen, one molecule of chlorine, which leads to the formation of two molecule of HCl. Okay, so if you want to represent it in the general form, you can take it as n number of molecule. Okay, if you take n number also, you will get the 2n number of HCl product. Okay, so from this you can find out for the one molecule of HCl. Okay, if you want to find out for one molecule of HCl or three molecule of HCl also, if there is one molecule, then there is a equal number of molecules react together, because half of the hydrogen reacts with half of chlorine, which leads to the formation of one chlorine. Suppose if there is one molecule of hydrogen and one molecule of chlorine, which leads to the formation of one or two molecules of hydrogen chloride. Okay, equal number of molecules react to give 2n number of molecules. Next, let's see the application of Avogadro's law. It is used to measure the it is used in Gay-Lussac law and molecular formula of gas and molar volume, atomicity, and relationship between vapor density and relative molecular mass. So it is by using Avogadro law we can find out the molecular formula of a gas, molar volume, and atomicity of a gas. It is used to determine Gay-Lussac law also. By using this we can relate vapor density and relative molecular mass also. Let's see relationship between vapor density and relative molecular mass. Before that you have to know the relative molecular mass. Okay, what is relative molecular mass? That is equal to mass of one molecule of a gas or vapor that is divided by mass of one atom of hydrogen. What is vapor density? Equal to the mass of volume of the gas divided by mass of volume of hydrogen gas. Instead of volume we can substitute as the one molecule. Okay, because number of volume is equal to the number of molecule. Okay, volume equal to the molecule. So vapor density is equal to mass of one molecule of the gas divided by mass of one molecule of hydrogen gas. So instead of using one molecule you can take it as two atoms, because one molecule of hydrogen contains two atoms of hydrogen. Next, two take as the separate. Okay, 2 times of mass of one hydrogen atom. Next, take that 2 into the left side, then 2 times of vapor density is equal to mass of one molecule of the gas divided by the mass of one atom of hydrogen. So as you all know, the mass of one hydrogen atom, that is equal to the 1/12th mass of one carbon atom, one carbon 12 isotope, that is equal to the 1 by 12 into 12. You will get the one atomic mass unit. So mass of one hydrogen atom is equal to one atomic mass unit. So you can write instead of writing mass of one hydrogen atom, you can write it as 1/12th mass of carbon 12 atom. So from this it represents the it's similar to the equation relative molecular mass, that is equal to the mass of molecule of the gas divided by the 1/12th mass of carbon 12 atom. So that is equal to the relative molecular mass. So 2 into vapor density is equal to relative molecular mass. Okay. So 2 into vapor density is equal to relative molecular mass, because this equation is similar to the relative molecular mass. So when right side is equal, then you can equate with the left side. Okay, 2 into vapor density is equal to relative molecular mass. Okay, 2 times of vapor density is equal to relative molecular mass. So thank you.